been an MUF&D designer for 3 years now, and I've been in the club for 4. I started my freshman year on the graphic design committee, so I'm no longer an exec, but it's my 3rd year designing as a senior this year.
So basically back in October, they did an open casting call to any student at Miami, and this was at Armstrong, and you would do a half-hour time slot where you would take a headshot and they would do your measurements, and then you would walk 2 times down a runway in front of all the exec members, and then after that they would record your walking both times and they would show the designers, and then each designer would choose their models that they wanted based on the number of models that they need for their collection, and then after that we found out if we got to model in the show or not.
It's pretty crazy to see my own designs on the runway. It's definitely a high like nothing else in life. It's really weird. It's something that you worked for all year. You know, I start doing my design, say around Thanksgiving break, and then work over at J-term and then all second semester until the spring show. So it's something that you see the process of all of those months, and so to finally get to see it on your models, walking, and the crowd interacting with it and loving it, and then getting to walk out there with them is just like one of the most proud moments.
Prior to walking in the show, I was a little bit nervous leading up to getting actually up on the runway in our outfits because we had only been doing rehearsals, but once I was up on the runway and I got to see the crowd and the lights and the music were going and I heard everyone clapping and taking pictures of the outfits that not only I was wearing but the other models in the collections that I did walk for, it was really exhilarating. It was really fun and it was very sort of upbeat and just really cool to do.
Exec board for sure is planning this for months. And the reason why Miami is so interesting is because we are the largest student-run fashion show in the country.
So after we were chosen second semester, we started having model practices once a week for an hour. Typically this was 8 to 9 o'clock at night, and you get to choose whether or not you could do a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday practice based on your class schedules and any other student organizations you were involved with. And then the day before the show, we practiced for 2 hours in Millette without a stage, and then come Saturday we stayed in Millette from 10 o'clock in the morning until showtime, which started at 7:30. This was due to Millette also having the basketball team having to practice, so then we would practice again another run through. We had different hair and makeup time slots, and then any last minute final fittings or adjustments that the designers needed to make on their outfits, and then showtime started at 7:30.
Sure. So when I graduate, I'll be working for Gap Inc. in San Francisco, specifically a merchandiser for Old Navy. So what I'll take from MUF&D into that experience is all the knowledge of the fashion industry. I've learned so much from our speakers over the years, from my personal design experience, from other alumni that have now graduated and I've learned from their careers. So really a mix between the fashion industry and my business skills that I really will be taking on to my future job.